Let's take some example of linear pair. So in the first figure, this angle 1 and angle 2, they are having common vertex, common arm. They do not have any common interior points, and they are making 180 degree. This angle 1 and angle 2, this non-common arms, they are making 180 degree. So this angle 1 and angle 2 are linear pair. Okay, next come to this diagram. This is angle 1 and angle 2, they are adjacent angle because they are having common arms, common vertex and no interior, common interior points, and these non-common rays or arms, they are making 180 degree. So this angle and 1 and angle 2 also are linear pair. Now come to this figure. This angle and this angle, say they are supplementary. Okay, 110 and plus 70 is 180, but they do not have any common arms and common sides. Okay, so they are not linear pair. Now come to this figure. This angle 1 and angle 2, they are having common vertex, common arm. Okay, that means they no common interior point, so they are adjacent. But these non-common arms, that this ray are not opposite. That means these are not making straight angle. So if they have to make straight, so this way. Okay, but obviously they are not making 180 degree, or they are not supplementary. So angle 1 and angle 2 are not linear pair. Same here, they are adjacent angle, but they are not supplementary to each other. So here also they are not linear pair. Okay, next, the type of angle we will talk about is vertically opposite angles. Okay, opposite angles means they are not side by side. Okay, they are opposite, and opposite angles are formed by two intersecting lines. Intersecting means crossing each other. Take, say here I have taken two lines and they are moving on each other, or they are crossing each other. Okay, so how many angles they have formed? They have formed this angle 1 and angle 2, 3, 4. They have formed 4 angle. Okay, now this angle 1 and angle 2, if you look at this carefully, this angle 1 and this angle 2, they are side by side. So they are adjacent angle because they are having common arms and this is common vertex. So angle 1 and angle 2 or angle 1 and angle 4, they are adjacent angle. But this angle 1 and angle 3, angle 1 and angle 3 or angle 2 and angle 4, they are vertically opposite angles. They are vertically opposite angle. Now why do we call them vertically opposite? This vertical word doesn't relate to this vertical and horizontal. This vertical word has come from vertex. Okay, because this angle 1 and angle 3, they are having common vertex. They are sharing their vertex, and for angle 2 and angle 4 also they are sharing their vertex. So that's why they are called vertically opposite angle. Okay, now this vertically opposite angle, they are always equal. They are always equal. That means if angle 1 is 30 degree, then angle 3 will also be 30 degree. Okay, and if angle 1 is 90 degree, then angle 3 is always be 90 degree. Okay, so how to prove this? Now, why are vertically opposite angles are equal? That means we have to prove angle 1 equals to angle 3. Okay, so angle 1, you can see angle 1 plus angle 2, these are linear pair, so they are 180 degree. That is one equation you will get, and another equation you will get, that is angle 1 and angle 4, they are also 180 degree. Okay, now this angle 2 and angle 3, this angle 2 and angle 3 are also linear pair and they are 180 degree. You will get these two equations. Okay, now as this angle 1 plus angle 2 is 180 degree and angle 2 plus angle 2 and angle 3 180 degree, so what can we write? That means we can write angle 1 plus angle 2 equals to angle 2 plus angle 3. Okay, we can write now angle 1 equals to angle 2 plus angle 3, that this angle 2 will come to the right hand side. That means if we transpose, we have done in a simple equation, so it will become minus angle 2. Now this angle 2 and this angle 2 will get cancelled, so angle 3 you will get. Okay, so you can see this angle 1 equals to angle 3. Same way you can prove angle 2 equals to angle 4. You can try to do at your home. Now we will discuss exercise 5.1. We have done question number 1, 2, 3. Now we will discuss question number 4. Find the angle which is equal to its complement. That means you have to find, so you don't know. Let's take it as x. Okay, so its complementary angle will be 90 minus x. Okay, so one angle is x and its complementary will be 90 minus x. They are equal, so it is 90 minus x. That's the equation you will get. Okay, now if we have to solve this, so we have to transpose this minus x towards left hand side, so it will become plus x equals to 90. So 2x equals to 90 degree and x equals to 45 degree. Okay, that's the answer. Question number 5 will be your homework. Okay, next question number 6. In the given figure, angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary angles. If angle 1 is decreased, what change should take place in angle 2 so that both the angles still remain supplementary? Angle 1 and angle 2, they are supplementary. Okay, and you are decreasing angle 1. You are decreasing means that this side has to move towards left. So say when it is decreasing, so say this here. Now this is angle 1 and this is angle 2. Now it is new angle 2. So what you can see, when angle 1 decreases, so angle 2 increases to remain. If they have to be supplementary. If they remain supplementary, if angle 1 is decreases, so angle 2 has to increase. Otherwise they will not remain supplementary. Okay, that straight line will not be there anymore. Understood? Question number 7 I have discussed in my first video of this chapter under facts of supplementary angles. You go through that and you write the answer. Question number 8 says an angle is greater than 45 degree. Is its complementary angle greater than 45 degree or equal to 45 degree or less than 45 degree? Okay, so if an angle is greater than 45 degree, say for example take it as 50 degree. Okay, so the angle you take it as 50 degree, so what will be its complementary angle? 40 degree. Okay, so what you can see, is its complementary angle greater than 45 or equal to 45 or less than 45? It's always less than 45 because 90 degree, as it will increase from 45, it will that much decrease from 45. Say take 60 degree, it's greater than 45, so its complementary angle will be 30 degree. It's less than 45 degree. So it's your answer is always less than 45 degree. Look at this figure and answer the following. Is angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent? Yes, they are adjacent because they are having common vertex and common arm. They do not have any common interior point. So angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent. Okay. Next question is angle AOC, that means this angle is adjacent to AOE. AOE means AOE. Okay, AOE is this. Is AOC, angle AOC and angle AOE, are they adjacent? This is angle AOC is this, angle 1, okay, and this is angle AOE. Are they adjacent? They are having common vertex, they are having common arm, but the interior points are common, so they are not adjacent. Okay. Question number 3. Do COE is this angle COE and EOD form a linear pair? EOD, this, are they form a linear pair? Yes, because they are adjacent angle. Okay, they are having common vertex, common arm, and this non-common side or arm, they are making 180 degree, a straight angle. Okay, so this, they are linear pair. COE and EOD are linear pair. Okay, same way you will give reason for 4, 5 and 6. Okay, thank you. That's all for today.